Evening all, how are we doing? Oh, I'm here, honest, promise. Something late than never. How are we all getting on? Yeah, I completely misgauged fucking everything today, time-wise. Can you tell? Another occasion of my other half getting back from work about 8:30, as she does, and me aiming to have a dinner ready, you know. Well, I thought she'd be home a little bit earlier than that, and I was thinking dinner would take less time to cook than it did. And I was wrong on both those points. Nonetheless, we're here at long last. We have returned. And I just heard a weird noise, which may have been the cat belching. And we're going to dive into follow-up. I have finished my build, and the video was supposed to be up tonight, but yeah, it's, as always with these things, the file is sufficiently chunky that the upload time is going to take a while, so it'll have to go up tomorrow. Ah, well, it's all good, innit? Anyway, evening Jazz, evening Andrew, evening Carl, evening Feline, how you doing? Bit of lurking over there, Feline, that's fair enough. Still very, very early where you are. Yeah, well, clocks have changed again and stuff, haven't they? Make life nice and simple. I did make a good discovery today that I was unsure about. I mentioned yesterday that I might have to send Bethesda a cheeky message to see whether or not I could get a code for Terra Armada. Turns out I don't need to do that, I already have one. Not literally, but I checked the version of the game that I have for Starfield. Subnautica's on offer, that's interesting. And a few other bits and pieces. Yeah, I checked which version of the game I had, and it's the premium edition, and they've updated it, so if you already have the premium edition, you'll be getting the DLC anyway when it releases, so you don't have to buy it separately. It's included in the cost you've already paid, which, courtesy of Bethesda, is nothing for me, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, it does mean I don't have to have extra expense or hassle any of their staff for codes, which is always nice. So that was a positive little discovery. And there's a positive little cutie over here. Sitting there chilling out, all fuzzy. Needs to be up. You don't pretend you're not enjoying that, but you are, aren't you? She does occasionally try and act like she doesn't like getting stroked. She does, don't you? You know, she's looking at me to ask why the heck I thought it was okay to stop. Yes, my hands probably smell slightly like chocolate because I had a brownie just before stream. Right, so. Oh, I haven't done a thing. I need to do a thing, so this is probably going to go belly up any minute. I've got the scrapping mod back on, but I have not turned my weather mod off. Or one of my weather mods off, so. When I find it, I'll turn that one off, because I don't want only clear weather at the moment. Need that for building, but not for anything else. Where are you? There you are. The scrapping mod is on. Wonderful. Thing as it should be, and the game will now crash because it's been doing that the last 2 days in particular. Oh well, we'll be weak. And there's the crash. As you can see from the bottom right corner. Not a problem, fortunately. In it. You're all the way over there. I can't reach, kitty cat. I woke up at about, I don't know, fairly early this morning. Not crazy early, but relatively early. Tried to roll over and realised there was something in the way, so I kind of shuffled where I was in bed until I was on my back and I could look over. And right up against my back, the cat. I was like, why am I really, really warm and unable to move? Yeah, because the cat decided to snuggle right up against the back of me. Which was very adorable. But couldn't really cope with that. Unfortunately, she decided it was about breakfast time once I rolled over. And proceeded to lick my face and bite my nose. She's over here looking like butter wouldn't melt. Very happy dog. Aw, so sweet. Make sure I click the right things there. How's everyone doing? Finished Spanish, that's nice. Story was a highlight. Yeah, I rather thought it might be. Combat, from what I gather, is solid, decent enough for a double A, but yeah, it's about what you'd expect, I think, given the developer and the publisher and stuff. Alright, here we are. Sanctuary. Biffield is confused. Teleport, man. Teleport. Some days I want to punch Sturgis. Today is one of those days. The fucking nav mesh is not there. It's there. It runs all the way through here. Why in the fuck are you in the corner? You stupid pompadour prick. Anyway. Yeah, I have put nav mesh rugs very, very strategically so that they go from the step, and they definitely touch the step, all the way over to the next step, which there is a step there. And there's one to cover the transition here as well. And yet, the buggers will not use it. You're going to get a fucking wrench to the face. Anyway, here's my camp edition, my settlement edition that will be going up in a video tomorrow. So I upload it. Nice, a little caravan park type thing. I also did kind of fenced up the back walls here to just make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, that's alright. And we've got a little Jenny room. And I remembered a thing, actually, which I'm going to do, because I just thought about it. I'm going to get rid of these, I think. Probably. Because I don't want this here. Because I noticed the noise and it was slightly annoying. So this also doesn't really want to be in my house. Dog meat, you're in the way. So I think probably in here is the play. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to stick that on the top there. I'm going to put this bar like that. If I can wire it up, I will. Can't. I'll probably worry about that another time. What do I think? Is it going to work, or is it just going to be a little bitch because it decides to do that on occasion? That's not what I wanted. Although, now I think about it, I've got an idea in it. I'm going to put that in the corner. Heck. Ugh. Try something else. I'll make you work if I have to. On the right bloody controls, which are losing the plot. Right. Yeah, where's the door gone? There it is. Doesn't appear to have connected to the bottom. It's connected to the bottom. Oh, well, fuck it. I'll manage. I give up giving a crap. It's been a bitch. My tolerance for bitchery is at 0 at the moment. Fuck you, funny man. See, this is what I was talking about in the video, as you will be seeing tomorrow. Willfully fucking awkward is what this is. It's not because there's a problem, or it's difficult, or I'm trying to do something the game's not designed to do. It's because it wants to be a fucking bitch. It doesn't have to do this. It's actively choosing to piss me off. See what I mean? This is the game deliberately choosing on purpose to piss me off. I'm telling you, it's a fucking conspiracy. I don't know how that happened, but it did happen, so I'm going to take it because that's what I wanted to happen, I think, mostly, kind of. Right. I've accidentally achieved what I wanted to achieve. So I'm going to stop complaining and just take it. That's fine. It'll do. Not quite what I wanted, but it's close enough. Yeah. Anyway. I'm telling you, Todd's up to something. That something being annoying me. Anyway, with that done, what time is it? It is not that time. It's okay.
You know what?
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be selling stuff. Right, so I'm going to go over there. So I think probably kip through till about midnight and then fast travel then. You're between me and my bed, buddy, and that's going to get you punched. Move. You. Should do it. When it works, don't question it. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. The second rule of thumb is, if in doubt, blame Todd.
They didn't tell me much. Vault Tech.
That's the other rule.
Make sure everyone...
Anyway. So the plan today is to head down to the coast and do a quest line that I have never done before. And I think we're going to head here. Which is the one with the submarine. Because I know it's there, but for one reason or another, I've just never gotten around to it. So it seems like a good thing to do today, I think. It's the time of day, but not be much... Yes, that was about what I was hoping for. Wonderful. Where else feels like it's in a weird place. It's probably my brain that's in a weird place. It usually is, but you know. Here we go. I feel like that boat should probably have sunk, given the amount of water that's in it. Maybe not. Maybe not quite. Pretty fucking close. I better start bailing. That one technically has sunk, I think. No, I think that's still floating and definitely should have sunk. Okay. Let's not overthink this. I'll go crazy. There she is, USS Constitution, stuck in whatever building that was. Welcome to Joe Corporate Headquarters or something on it. Coastal Boston. Little snippets of stuff that look vaguely like actual Boston probably does along the coast here. Interspersed with the weird fallout architecture. I suppose there's supposed to be newer buildings next to older buildings, aren't they? Which I suppose is entirely insane. It just looks kind of insane. Witherby Savings and Lane. Yeah, that was the original bank on the other side before the launch. I think it's the Slocum Joe corporate headquarters after the launch, isn't it? Oh, hell breaking loose in here. Oh, it's Brotherhood guys.
Area secure.
Scribe and a Star Paladin. Bloody hell. Not quite sure what a Star Paladin is, to be honest with you. I can't remember, but...
Wouldn't want it going to waste now, would we?
Custom House Tower. Huh. There's another building I don't think I've ever been in. Maybe we'll get a reason. Brotherhood setting up shop at a random shop, apparently. So I must have climbed a fire escape at the back then, because... yeah, looks like they did. Well, not such a fire escape as I think it's an old raided den. I do like poking around the back streets of Boston. I wasn't going to use that gun, but when your dog gets attacked by an angry crab, you use whatever falls to hand, really, don't you? Also, I shot that thing straight in the face, and the shot obviously hit a different part of its body because accuracy stats stuck balls, I believe is the reason. Maybe one day we'll persuade Bethesda to abandon the concept of an accuracy stat. Not likely, because that would mean no VATs, but... I mean, actually no, they could just set it up so that it's only present and applicable during that and doesn't apply when you're free aiming. And that would be great, but something flying Brahmin. I think. In it. I do bloody hate accuracy stats though. They're not quite as annoying as stamina systems, but they're up there. Hmm. So if you end up in here, you can get out. Oh, it's because you get in there from the tap house, I remember. It's okay. I think I have been here before. I think. I don't know if I went across this footbridge or not, but I do feel like we've visited this location before. How are we going, Subskin, you alright? Well,
there it is! I see it!
it's like you see, Muddy
That
Boy.
was awesome!
Is this where he lives? It kind of has the vibe of a kid lives here. Feel bad robbing a kid.
You saw something out there?
Did you see it? The big guy in the water?
Where did you see it? Slow down, stuff in the beginning. You're a liar. Probably some scam to ambush me. Sea monsters aren't real.
Slow down, son. Start from the beginning.
There's a sea monster in the harbor! I saw its big eye poke up out of the water and look around. Hey, do you think it's dangerous? It hasn't attacked anyone yet, but maybe it's just waiting.
Someone's eye, anything that big's got to be dangerous, safe on land. Who knows, don't go swimming. Yeah.
Have you
I
seen
guess so,
more
for sure.
than just its eye?
Nah, just the eye stalk. You know, like some bugs have. Every once in a while, it comes out of the water and looks around, like it's hunting for something. I bet it wants fresh meat, like us. Only then you'd have to kill it and leave its dead body here all bloody and stuff. That would be so
Interesting
awesome.
chap. You wanted to attack us? That's crazy. Quite the imagination. I think death killing's awesome. It isn't. Get out of here. Hope nothing attacks us.
You want it to attack us? That's nuts, kid.
Yeah, because then I get to see a cool fight.
Yeah, he's a strange boy. Says the fellow who's about to jump in the water and go and investigate a sea monster. That's some ugly looking seagulls. Very ugly looking seagulls. Pustules and shit. Get you back in the UK. Okay. We might look at it. Now, from what I understand, we have to go out there. What wise play? Hang on a minute. There's the thing sticking out of the water. There is an eye of sorts, or a stalk. Well then, in that case, let's pop some Radix and see what's happening out there. Geronimo! Indeed. Success.
Got it.
I really wasn't thinking about what I was doing there. It's not really surprising it didn't go very well. Pipe pistol, that can go back in there. Ah, and I see a tiny little something sticking out of the water there. Find the sea monster. Hello, that ain't a sea monster, that's a fucking submarine. It's actually a really weird looking submarine called the Yangtze. Possibly go wrong, boarding a strange submarine 200 years after a nuclear war that still seems to be moving.
Well, it's certainly in better shape than I expected. Thank God.
Oh yeah. Boarding a strange submarine in the middle of the harbour 200 years after... Oh shit, after a nuclear war that still seems to be occupied. Seems like a really stupid thing to do, to be honest. I hope this fella's English is better than my Chinese.
I watched you talk to a boy on the dock. Swim out here. You
He's a ghoul.
appear able, but not a threat. No. Come in, Heping. Peace?
I threat you, just curious. You're a ghoul! He's watching you too. He thinks you're a sea monster. Who are you? He's watching you too. He thinks you're a sea monster.
He's watching you, too. You're a
Hey!
sea monster.
Had hoped he'd get bored. Leave. I need no one seeing my chanting. A submarine. My beautiful Yangtze. I could have killed him. Easy. But I do not think that way. Not anymore. Why are you here? War
I think he's
is
probably
over.
okay.
Long over. And my Yangtze holds no Bao, no treasure. Nothing for you to plunder.
Yeah, to be honest, I think if the boy is shouting about sea monsters, people are probably going to go, you know what, there could actually be a sea monster in there, I'm going to leave them to it. Because there's enough weird things out there from mutations, from radiation and such, that I think most people after 200 years of the wasteland would probably turn around and go, maybe not. So he's probably fine. Commie bastard, you destroyed my country! Die! Just trying to figure out what you are and plundering. You've been here for 200 years. Alright, you got me scavenging for supplies.
Have you been here for 200 years?
It has been that long? 是的, yes. I suppose it has. Long ago, just after the fire, Yangtze struck our mine. My Chenting barely made it here into harbor. City already in ruins by then. Few noticed us. Fewer cared. Too much Tongku. Your arrival is good Xingyun for me. I need help, you see. Yangtze is not seaworthy. You will help me fix her?
In fact, he's able to figure out words like seaworthy is a bit weird. Fit for sea, able to sail, things like that. You could come up with more likely to come up with than something as complex and idiomatic, maybe, as seaworthy. Idiomatic, I think, is a good word. Milex and such, wouldn't people just assume it's Milex Queen or something and stay clear? Yeah, something like that. Something along those lines, I would think, Andrew. Why would you trust me? At your disposal, go to hell. You're part of the enemy that destroyed my country. Well, obviously, is the end of the conversation. And he doesn't seem to be much of a threat. He also seems to be alone right now in his sub. What's he going to do? Nuke an already nuked country? If he even has nukes on board, which he probably doesn't.
Why would you trust me? A stranger?
Trust is risk. But a man must plow with oxen he has. You are not like raiders that board my Chentian, my Yangtze. You show peace.
The raiders did find it and try and get on board, did they?
What will you do with the submarine once it's fixed?
I sail for Zhongguo. Return to China, where I belong. My Jia. My home.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of state China's in. I mean, from what I understand, once China launched on the US did follow up by launching on China, so they're probably just as fucked over there as the US is.
What will you do there?
Anything Zhao can do. If China is gone, I will build, house by house. And if no houses can be built, I will die. My Jia, at peace.
I just wants to go home from the sounds of it. Yeah.
I'm at your disposal.
Ha! Yes! Thank you. Yes, my friend. But first problem. Yangtze has no power. If we get reactor working, probably enough. There is damage to a dampening coil. Bad damage. Need a new coil. I have
That could be
information.
tough.
Intelligence from wartime. Dampening coils are at a facility called Saugus Ironworks.
I know about that place.
What about the nuclear fuel?
I have idea for that. But first, dampening coil.
Why haven't you repaired the Yangtze yourself?
For long, I was happy to stay here. Of late, though, I've been thinking of my Zuguo. Of China. Also, my Yangtze is not safe. Raiders come. I have fought them. But I fear leaving her alone to get what I need for repair.
Take it there ain't a lock on the door then. Anything is relevant to his role? Yeah, that's a point. That's an interesting way of looking at it, Andrew. Yeah, that's a good point. He may have... it may be specifically useful to him in spying on enemy ships, yeah, or vessels in general. Secrets isn't canonized. I don't know if it's canonized, yeah, I have to admit. I got the impression that the assumption and the line generally leans towards China's attacks on the US had been repelled, and ultimately the knock-on effect in China, plus the sort of general sense that the conflict between China and US was slowly swinging in favor of the US, caused China to launch first. But I don't think that's a hard and fast canon thing. Yeah, I think that is the sort of hint, but it could also be that that's the suggestion coming from the US, where they would want people to think, you know, US propaganda and all that. That's what the Americans would want, particularly American citizens, to think of horrific acts being caused by the enemy first. I'm not going to try and get anything from him.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll get them for you.
I am not your captain. Zhao will do. You go. Get the dampening coil. I will work on repairing the bridge control systems. Much gongzuo.
Right, you do that. I'm going to have a little shufty around if I can. I'm going to save it first, just to make sure I don't end up getting myself into trouble. Radiation warning in now. It suggests the reactor's that way. Yes, it's a submarine, Nick. They are not the easiest things in the world to build. probably not the hardest actually either, but actually I don't know, you know. Depends what depth they're intended to go to. We're dealing with pressure and stuff is relatively hard. Chinese officer sword, no surprises there. So presumably Zhao's quarters. I mean, there's stuff here and it looks vaguely functional, so it has that vibe. At least where he's set up shop anyway. Gonna do that right now. So down in Portsmouth, there is actually a submarine on the, or sort of just in from the port that has been turned into a museum. I think it's a late World War II one, somewhere around about there. And I've been on that and I had a look around and stuff. That was fine. But if it was actually at sea and stuff like that, no fucking way would I get in a submarine. And then this is way too spacious in here. At least compared to the one I saw. Maybe some of the big modern ones are a bit more spacious, but yeah, certainly the one I had a wander around, it was fucking sardines all the way through. Yancy. So yeah, enclosed space and underwater. Fuck no. Heels to the gnaw. In the interest of not screwing myself over, I'm going to fast travel to the slog and approach from there. Enclave would definitely want to frame things as retaliation either way. Yeah, exactly. Of course, I don't know what the actual sources of the information are. It may not be the information is coming from the Enclave. But then again...
What the fuck was that?
How much of the US government remained for how long after the initial attack is an open question, really. Yeah. Some remnant of the government may have remained operational beyond just the Enclave, obviously. At least a period of time following the bombs. Well, they would IRL anyway. Some forge back here. Must be a bit careful. I think travelling to Saugus and coming in from there was a good idea. Travelling to the slog, rather. From the point of view of not getting brutally murdered. Well, 3 Enclave Radio, yeah, their bots went around. Yeah, that's true. They were. But, again, still 200 years after the bombs drop at that point, so... What might have been happening elsewhere in the immediate days and weeks afterwards? A bit more of an open question, really. Still. Saugus Ironworks is a cool environment. Well, you know, actually it's probably a very hot and sweaty environment, but, you know. It's a nice bit of level design that I quite like. Not particularly crazy or anything, but...
Hey, lend you a hand with that terminal? All you gotta do is ask.
It is a fun place to explore. Well, person need to be to level up, so let's keep going up. Because the high ground, as we know, is where you want to be. Right now, it looks like we're okay. Without company, apart from that one dude outside. Who may have just evaded defeat.
Hope you brought your can.
Another forged leader. Appears to have some company.
Nothing there now.
There you are, you little bastard.
Hey! I'm not little. There we are. I was a little worried that head wasn't going to get popped then. Cage armor. Do want flamers either, but I could probably sell those. So they were planning on chucking another settler into a vat of molten metal.
Excuse me.
Thought I was gonna die back there.
Well, you're lucky I happened to need a thing just at the right moment for you. Very lucky. Dampening coil. Cool. One question of what percentage of people in the wasteland descendants of vault dwellers versus people who survived on their own. Most of the vaults have been open so long nobody remembers where the people went. Yeah, that's true. Possible majority of people now had ancestors that spent at least the immediate aftermath in vaults. So there's a question of what vault take. Yeah, what vault take it next to the boss chest. Good shout. Yeah. What Vault-Tec told people is true. And also, how long did Vault-Tec last after the war as well? Because they're long gone by the time of most of the games. And even in 76, they don't really
Nice.
pop up. Outside of the Overseer specifically, having just come out of a vault anyway. So, yeah. That is one of the questions I'm always curious about that doesn't get answered. What does this one do? I can't remember. I didn't really look. Yeah, one of the questions that's sort of always been hanging in the air that I've never answered is like Vault-Tec and their whole plan for the vaults and or plans plural really for the vaults and statues. I see. That makes sense. Yeah. And their communications with the vaults and all clear signals that never came. Well, the all clear signal for 111
What the fuck was that? I'll find you.
was supposed to come, what, 100 days later? 150 days later or something? So by whatever time that was, Vault-Tec had clearly lost the ability to give an all clear signal if it ever intended to give one at all.
Spread out. Find him. Get off! Get off!
I really didn't expect to land that shot, and I meant to use a crit, and it just landed it anyway.
Won't be bothering anybody now.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. I suspect there is a lot more. I very much hold to the idea that 76 is almost certainly a large amount of unreliable narrator to it. That said, yeah. Well, citing 76 as a source of any information relating to lore in the Fallout universe is a fast way to get a sit down, shut up kind of response from me. It's a Fallout game. It's clearly canon. Sit down, shut up, stop talking.
Hey.
Is it a Fallout game? Yes. Is it clearly canon? No. No, it is not. Ay, ay, ay. Right, back to nuclear sub. The battle cruiser. He says, if only. There are synths in Fallout 3. Yes, there are. At least one.
Well, it's certainly in better shape than I expected. Thank God.
You have dampening coil? Ah! Yoshu! Yoshu! Now, to get nuclear fuel.
Where are you going to get that?
Now that is the right question to ask. 200 years ago, I launched all of Yangtze's high-yield nuclear missiles, as ordered. For 200 years, I have lived with that guilt, that shame. So much fire, such bay, but one missile failed to launch. You must go down, remove the warhead, then bring it to me.
You're a fucking ghoul. You go and get it.
You've got to be kidding.
No. No jokes. Just Drewang. Desperation. Only thing left to try. Plutonium in warhead will serve as fuel. While you are getting warhead, I will prepare the reactor. But now I must warn you. There is danger. Xion.
Fucking shit.
Old crew. Still down there. Not okay like their captain. Worse. They do not harm me. But they will kill you.
All the more reason for you to go.
Still, they are my crew. My family. Jaren. All of us. But you must do what you must do.
So firstly, my thought is like, here we have somebody who's directly responsible for vast amounts of death in the form of launching nukes. He deserves a bullet to the brain. On the other hand, we can't do any that much more harm, and allowing him to live with his guilt, which he's clearly carrying around, might be a more appropriate punishment. The old crew have become a feral ghouls. Them's that survived. Survived. But yeah, also, radiation must turn them into ghouls. Well, it may have been the initial nukes that turned them into ghouls along with him. So, yeah. Which conveniently in English.
I'll be doing the world a service.
Damn. Lost.
The truth. Yeah, there's rads in here. You get in here and fucking deal with it. They won't attack him. And he doesn't have to worry about the rads. fucking it.
You got guts. Well, had guts. I don't think we're alone.
Nice work, Nick. I'm dead. I knew that was going to happen. The fact that he hasn't placed the skeletons in the command area in a somewhat dignified position and keeps stepping over them, it doesn't speak well of him. No, it really doesn't, really, does it?
I have the dampening coil.
You have returned. I was not sure you...
Although, again, I suspect that's reading too much into it.
Where are you going to get...
200
Also,
years
you
ago,
weapons-grade
I looked for
plutonium
200 years.
in a
One missile.
nuclear reactor is going to end extremely poorly.
Why don't you get it?
Are you? But now I must... Oh, not okay.
Sure.
Yes, I do agree, though. It's not really a good sign, the fact the corpses are there. I'm also not impressed with the fact that he sent me into the radiation and ghoul-infested place that is safe for him on both counts.
Almost makes Diamond City's reactor look quaint.
Something went wrong there. There's textures missing, and I don't know why. The whole fucking wall is missing. I guess this was either put together as a bit rush job, or possibly one of those occasions where a developer went and did something on his own and said, here, I've got this cool thing to put into the game, and they went, okay. Because the fact that the ghouls are just bog standard feral ghouls seems like it could have been, you know, specialized ones. Why they didn't make them, you know, in some way unique, like give them, if they're crewmen, have them still in their uniforms or something. I don't know. But if it was just like one or two people who kind of went off on their own and... Yeah, that's the interesting shape of the thing, which is weird. Cool. Yeah, if it was one or two people who just kind of went off on their own and made a location and a quest and stuff to go into the game and then got the okay later, it would certainly explain a few things.
What's that? Yes, we're not alone.
Or it may have been put together late in development and added late, so they just didn't have time. Many possibilities. Yeah, it's definitely a generally weird thing that triumphed. It's that people don't move the bodies and the skeletons more often in the Fallout universe. That's not good. That was a bit more unique. Submariner hat. Okay. That's nicking. Duck meat. I need to go that way, okay. Holy crap, that's a lot of rides. Scavenge from ICBM. Actually, wouldn't be an ICBM in a nuclear sub, but you know.
After this, what say we find a place with a nice fire to throw these clothes in?
I think there is a problem. I mean, even like moving them in here and putting them in the beds would have been a bit more of a sensible thing to do with the corpses. So the teddy bear on the military nuclear sub seems a little bit weird. We've got a terminal there. We're going to conveniently be in English. Originally part of the series to take to Vault 120 underwater vault that was cut. Okay. Also the gulls were placed off to cut it down. Wait, they were nearing the end of development. Yeah, to do with running out of time then. Yeah, it does seem like a likely scenario.
Yes.
No accounting for taste.
Oh, the crew have dog tags. I mean, again, if it was a bit of a rush job because end of development, etc., etc., I kind of get it, but I do feel like this could be creepy as fuck. Something set on a submarine like this. And it isn't.
Hey.
A submarine mission, an old abandoned sunken sub could be fucking horrible. If you wanted to create a really creepy quest, you know, mate, that was really unsettling and uncomfortable for people, it'd be a bloody effective way of doing it. Turn the bunks into some sort of crypts. And the nucleus. Oh yeah, of course it's oh, it is sub the same class, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder if some part of my brain remembered that. Or if I just reached the conclusion the same way the devs who did that in the actual DLC did. By looking at this area and going, they should have done this instead. Either one seems like a possibility. So even without them really leaning into creepy fucking horrible underwater nuclear sub area, enclosed claustrophobic space, this place is still making my skin crawl a little bit. Just now. Yeah, it does feel a bit like missed opportunities. He's gone this way, has he?
Here is the warhead.
No difficulty with the warhead, I trust.
What can you do with the other missiles? He said he already launched them. I'm alive. No sweat. Radiation to give me superpowers. So X-ray vision. Love the leopard G-string. Oh dear. That's quite funny though.
What are you gonna do with the other missiles?
Nothing. That is what. No plans. They are small, tactical, of no real use to me. Now, here is what you must do. Head down to the reactor.
Kind of
Take
place that a
dampening
large one
coil
would
and
be.
warhead with you. First, insert the dampening coil. Carefully. Xion. Then, put warhead into the reactor. As you do that, I monitor power levels from the control room. Do not put warhead in first. Do that? Sewang. Death for you and me both.
Yeah. I was wondering how we're going to stop the fact that putting weapons-grade plutonium in an electricity-generating nuclear reactor was going to cause a horrific meltdown. Wonder what I was wondering what the solution to that scenario was going to be. Well, now we know. Dampening coil. Conveniently fits.
Captain Zhao,
Was not sure my beautiful Yangtze would hold together. But we did it. You are a capitalist. I know you expect payment for services. Instead, I would offer you service in exchange for your service. It is our way. Take these transponders. Each one acts as a homing signal for missile I can fire from my Yangtze. Only small, tactical moves. But you should still get as far away as possible. Throw transponder like a grenade to activate it. Then wait for Baozha. Kaboom.
why would you let me use up your missiles?
I have no wish to bring weapons back home. I leave the fire here, and I owe you. Zhao pays his debts. Besides, my missiles just might save your bacon. Soon I will set sail. You should get ashore. Farewell, American. I must admit, I have met worse capitalists.
There we go. Yeah, not too horrific for a capitalist pig. Yeah, just looking around here, I mean, I don't think I'd have any capacity as a horror writer myself, but I am thinking about just how fucking excellent a setting for a horror story, a novel or whatever, a nuclear submarine would be. It would be fucking excellent. Or fucking effective. It would be absolutely horrific. And garbage scow in the middle of the fucking bay. How am I going to put my new hat on? Well, we'll have a look at it. I feel like the submariner uniform should be available, but it might only be available in the event that you shoot the captain down there. It's not bad. Doesn't really suit my character. It does look a bit weird, doesn't it? Gives me somewhat McCready vibes, I think. But yeah, I don't think I'll be wearing it. I will maybe put it on display in my house. I mean, saying that, I should be moving from Sanctuary to the castle at some point, but eventually. Which reminds me, hang on. Just make some notes, just sort of a thing. I actually don't want to throw that away. I want to keep. Thing I need to do. Oh dear me. That one's going to be difficult even for me to read. Okay, so just mostly because I feel like we'll make our way down. I don't know what's over there. There's something building over there I've not put on the map yet. So let's just go this way and see what it is. Stay put, you.
Coast looks clear. I hope you were smarter than those. Just when I thought we were getting along.
Oh, and okay. It went very well, considering how shittily it could have gone. Hello, heavy combat stuff. Heavy combat armor. Heavy combat stuff. Good lord. Postal Square. Okay. I've been here before. I don't remember anything about it.
Nick.
All you gotta do is ask.
Want like some stuff for me?
Oh, nothing.
Sure, sure. Something I can do?
Your thoughts?
Always another case to close.
Is everything all right between us?
I got you as a friend. There's nothing more one old bot could ask for.
Hey.
Nothing else for now.
Well, all right.
Going to the Joe Spuckies. Yeah. I thought I
Hey,
might be able to.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Oh, nothing.
Sure, sure.
Where's he got to? There he is. He's stuck in a load of shite. I feel like I've been here there before. The Joe Spuckies rings a bell.
I don't think we're alone.
Yo, psst.
There's something you need.
Yeah. You carry some stuff. Don't particularly feel like going in there at the moment. Not without a quest-based reason. There's something down this way to put on the map. Shit. I had a feeling that was coming, and I was about to tap that and use a crit to take their head off. And then the shot landed. Cruel, cruel world. I've been through here, I'm sure of that, because there's a big old boat in the middle of the town, and I remember that. Harbour Master Hotel. Ooh, that's not an unwelcome thing to have. Never been in the Harbour Master Hotel either.
Scared, huh? You should be.
There's a few spots around here I can stick on the map.
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick.
I did think that quest was going to be longer than it was. So I'm a tiny bit disappointed by the discovery on that front. Just absolutely nailed Nick in the neck with its stinger there. Did you see that? Fucking hate those things. Poke around the streets of old Boston.
What's that?
You're in for it now.
Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search. Intruder. Hostile target identified.
Don't know when the Protectron's suddenly getting angsty.
All right.
Harbour Master Hotel is where the Halloween creation is at. Okay, cool. I did not know that. I need to just quickly check as to whether or not that's actually active. Because I don't think I have a quest for that. Check a thing. All Hallows Eve. You don't get quest triggering for those anymore. Okay, until you walk in there. Okay. Presumably. So used to back in the day. It's not there for now. Okay. So I'm going to go and have a shufty up here a minute. I think I'm going to make that jump. I think the boss may have left the freeway up there. I Details like that. Easy miss, but when you just kind of stop to look at some of the stuff in the design of the city, it's actually really quite cool. Some good shit.
Suppose someone should make use of it.
I do very much like the design of the downtown Boston area. And if I had to guess, I would assume Fallout 4 will probably never get a remaster. But could you imagine? Could you imagine?
What, no love for your fellow machine? Won't underestimate us again.
I apparently got hit and I didn't realise that. I think it's probably the combat zone. It is, I'm not going there. That's the medical centre, on the other hand, is just around the corner, so we'll head down there. Medical centre metro. Huh. Vaguely remember that being on the map, but don't remember anything about it. Taking risks is not the play. Surprisingly large number of gunners in downtown Boston, I didn't realise. What's this place, and why is it full of gunners? Oh, it must be a medical centre, which I guess is now on the map. And filled in. So Trinity Tower and Combat Zone aren't, but yeah, I'm doing that right now. Cool. You kind of want to stick my nose up here. I'm curious. I feel like I've been here not terribly long ago. I say recently might be a bit overstating it, but possibly on my last playthrough. They don't know. Evening, Grey. T-Bird mascot headed raider. I vaguely remember that. That connects to the school, does it? Okay. Which doesn't make a lot of sense given the name, but I certainly find it credible. From a world design standpoint. The fire escapes. Like shit like this, I fucking love to see. Like fire escapes with planks across to them to other roofs, and this is like, yeah, 200 years after the bombs fall in the ruins of the downtown part of a city. This shit is exactly what we should be seeing. I really do like seeing this sort of stuff. People rag on this game for some things, but they seriously overlook some of the fucking great stuff that they did with it. IMO. I think I've been up here before, actually, haven't I? Yeah. I didn't realise this way down was here, so okay. Like, look at this shit. Somebody's taken and they partially collapsed up a freeway going through the top of town. And they wanted to get up there, so they've used the ruined buses that have fallen off the freeway and planks of wood to connect buildings and fire escapes to get up here. It's like, yeah, that is exactly what I want to be seeing in a post-war city. That still has people living in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nobody here, obviously not, but there are survivors. There are some of them presumably came out of some of the other vaults. There are people who probably survived the bombs and their descendants in other ways. The descendants of people who survived the bombs in other ways, rather. I guess shit like that, that's probably just a fluke, but, you know. You can use it and you go over here and let's see what's here. It's probably not much. And what does it connect to? I don't know, but I guess be hacked out of the ground by another route if I want to. Actually don't, because that's not the way I want to go, but anyway. Great. Post-war connection as in as a whole, the roof's fallen in. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Get with that. This does not make sense. Just because it's a... Yeah, I mean, it's not very well supported, is it? But, yeah. It's not split ears. What are we doing for time? Yeah, fine for now. That is Hub 360. I think this is where I want to go, isn't it? Where the Halloween kit is, you were saying? Is that the right spot? What are you doing, dog mate? Let's go and have a look. I am slightly cucumbered actually, so I might go and ditch some stuff. And then come back actually. On consideration, second thoughts and such.
You read that article in Public Occurrences? Damn sense could be anywhere.
It's true that. Stay vigilant, brother.
Hey.
Do something for you? Looking for something? Anything I can lug for you?
You can grab that dog for me.
Over here.
You stand still while I loot everything that I've stuffed in his pockets. Monsieur Cronin?
Swatter with a little more stopping power? Stainless steel nails, my friend.
Let's see what you've got.
A swatter never runs out of bullets.
You in the biz, Andrew? Started watching Thin Blue Line last night. It's on Amazon. Feels like Blackadder joins the police. Yeah, it's not quite got the strength of writing that Blackadder had, I don't think. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson definitely has a style, doesn't he? And I don't know whether or not Ben Elton or Richard Curtis were involved in the writing of Thin Blue Line. I've got a feeling one of them was and the other wasn't. Maybe, possibly. So that's probably part of it as well. But yeah, it's definitely a bit of a classic. I've watched a good chunk of it. It's all right. It's not up to the Blackadder standards, but then what is? I may have overdone this.
Why buy just an ordinary piece of wood? A swatter is a
Arturo.
custom-made piece
Everything
of
I got will keep you
genuine
safe.
hickory.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Self-defense at its best.
I feel like the absurdity of the outfit that I'm wearing right now is really fitting for the kind of post-war environment. You know, seeing people wandering around in stuff that would have made no sense pre-war because they found it and thought it looked interesting or whatever is exactly what I would expect to see in this kind of scenario. Does he have any other ammo what I would like? He has a bit. Spent quite a lot on it. Does he have any cool junk? Yeah, not really. Yeah, frees up a bit of room, doesn't it? Cool, that's all right. Cool. That's productive.
We got small arms, long...
Small arms, long arms, airy arms. Ah, more people have arrived at Sanctuary as well. That's well timed. So... Good fun for a show you don't have to pay anything extra to watch. Yeah, you can't say fairer than that, really, can you, Harry? Right.
Yes?
What we got here?
I don't think we've met yet. We were looking for someplace to make a new life. So here we are. I wanted to personally thank you for giving us this opportunity. So let me know if you have anything you need me to do.
Actually, I do.
Yeah, let me show you.
Go ahead.
Got a couple of things. Firstly, I think we can make her... You know, I think what I really need more is somebody to produce food. Well, I don't, but, you know. That's what I'm going to assign her to for now. So I'm going to go and make sure the door's open, and then I'll give her a bed. Dude's found his little gaff. Let's put her to bed, because she's about to marry my weapons vendor. In my head. There we are. She's got a bed. So now I need 2 more, and I think I've got 1 more somewhere. 2 more for this place, and 1 more settler. 2 more for this place, and I don't actually know how many more I need for supply lines right now. Right now I think everywhere that I've got is actually connected, isn't it? It is. Wonderful. So, yeah. My fucking Brahmin will not stay put. It just... Oh, this one... Oh, you... yeah. Andrew's still out, isn't he? Otherwise I'd be mentioning this to him, because this is one of his. Brahmin won't stay fucking put. I don't know if there's much you can do about it, mind you, but... Carla. How's thing? You alright? Yeah, I think you're a little bit over the line of what's okay with that comment there, Ancient. Turn that dial back a little bit, I think, but... I never remember to use these. I'm sticking them in there. Okay. That's fine, I think. You do indeed have a bit of a reputation here, but only some people are familiar with it, so... As I say, turn the knob back a bit. Bit much. Also, you'll wander into a different chat one day and do that, and they won't take it the same way. Consider this me doing you a long-term favour as well. Did I sell all the armour I had, or did I just not pick it up? Can't remember. Well, it matters much, but... Cool. That's where we're at. Okay, so for my next trick... Yeah, it's not just Twitch's rules there. It's also what people are comfortable with as well. Right. Oh, I've got a level I didn't realise I had. It's cool. Use critical banker. Start putting some into 4-leaf clover. I think that's the plan. Yeah. Meanwhile, Rifleman is also maxed out. So is Gunslinger. Just deliberating on whether or not to modify my loadout a little bit here. I'm kind of tempted just for the sake of, novelty. Deadeye Institute rifle. Time slows down for a moment while aiming. That's not an unappealing concept. I don't have a rifle grip thing for that. Deliberate now. Eddie's pieces, limb damage. Explosive assault rifle. I'm kind of wanting to work towards using that, I think. But not yet. I could put it in single shot mode, which I think it kind of is already, actually. It's semi-automatic instead of auto. Might not be a terrible idea, and then I can just use it as a rifle. Fire rate's 59 on that. Fire rate on this one, 62. It's actually not much slower. That's 102 plus radiation damage. There's that one. Extra radiation damage on he's a sniper as well is kind of fun. How does this do? 227. Again, I'd have to, I think, gear that up a bit more. No, I don't know if I can gear that up anymore, actually. Maybe. I think that'd be good. Fills action points on a crit. That's not bad, though. It's not that good. Fire rate and reload rate's not terrible, but again, it'd just be a tap, tap, tap with that one. It's not going to do the damage. Reba 2's a sniper. But it's yeah, not a very interesting one. Him down, drowned sword. Staggering automatic plasma pistol. Could do some interesting stuff with that, but probably not. Tesla rifle. New action. Yeah, not right now. Combat shotgun functions as a rifle, doesn't it? Uses rifle type weaponry. Which is not unappealing, actually. More damage and limb damage. I could do some fun stuff with the combat shotgun as a rifle. I think it counts as a rifle, doesn't it? Oh, go back, Henry. You can't hit for a zone, no. Might have a look at that as well. Got a few guns that might be fun to have a gander at. I'm right on that. Shotguns count as rifles, right? I'm not going crazy on that, am I, folks? The shotgun thing. They do count as rifles. Powerful automatic or advanced. Can't get any higher than that. Okay. Vented barrel. That's the best version of that. Quick ejector on mag. Night vision scope I wouldn't want. Reflex sight I would probably go for. What version? What these look like? Combat scopes that'll be in. I think I'll go for a reflex sight for now. Suppressor, and I could put paint on it, which would look badass if I were to do that. So that's actually as good as that gets. 124 plus explosive damage. Okay. What does this look like if I go crazy? No, I wouldn't put scope on that. 220, that is pretty brutal. It's slow firing as shit though. It's not quite that fire rate is so low, it's just not worth having, really. Which is a bit of a pity, really. And the combat shotgun. We'll go to advanced receiver. It's pretty brutal. Long barrel gives range and recoil, but and narrow spread. Just improves recoil and range. Answer well, no brain than there, isn't it? It's like superior recoil. Running with scopes, not doing that. So yeah. Quick eject mag's appealing. Quick eject drum. There you go. Standard sights, front sight ring was appealing too. Glow front sight ring, probably. So that will glow sights in general. Glow front sight ring I'll probably stick with on that one. Muzzle. Recoil control. Brake versus suppressor. Honestly, I might put a suppressor on that. Decisions. Yeah. Interesting. All applicable text or weapon appear at the bottom. Yeah, that does help, yeah. Clarity is not unwelcome. Material. Actually looks quite badass with the Enclave red on it. I think it would do that. Maybe I should have a look at whether or not I want to put a mod on that. So I'm not going to go with that one. That does more damage. What's the fire rate on it? 26. It's actually not that much more damage compared to the fact that this one will fire double speed. Have more range. And he weighs a little bit more as well. Decisions. Shotgun's kind of cool. Although this would actually be more subtle on that, even because the explosion will still give a lot away. This one won't in the same way. It's 152 if the rads do anything. So that would be a step down in general compared to this, assuming the rads do anything. If they don't, then it wouldn't be. Not much of a step down, really. That would be a step up. I don't know. What do we think? I'm preferring a bit of distance. I'm thinking I try out the assault rifle rather than the combat shotgun, personally. I think. Just because the extra reach on it is appealing. Although I don't have... And I've got the pistol there, which I'm going to keep with me for a bit anyway, just to make sure I'm not SOL at close range. Although I could ditch that and grab both of these. For this one for closer range work, and this one for longer range work, and then that one for really long range work. You know... I don't know. Might not be a bad idea, actually. I think I might do that. Oh, ha 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 ha, Codsworth. So that's going to go in there. That's going to get flogged because, as it turns out, it's not very useful. So now I want 308 shotty shells and 556. Cool. Sun's creeping up, I think, there, isn't it? Here it is. Carly, you still out here? I thought you were.
Huh?
Carla.
Back again? Time to do business?
For a trader who wanders the wasteland, Carly, you've got a distinctly
Got a few minutes to browse.
Always
low level of like situational awareness there. Like she's so getting snuck up on and murdered. Has she got in the ammunition station? Not very much. No, that's fine. I have to rename them at a workbench, don't I? Yeah, it'd be interesting. Keep forgetting sort of the way that ESO deals with things, with the crowns and things like that. Keep forgetting, I don't really think about it much. Need some interesting names for my shotgun. Combat shotgun, that's particularly brutal. And a heavy assault rifle that explodes. Decisions. Yeah, I think they probably did look at the ASA way of doing things, but also sort of modified it for ways that they thought would work and wouldn't work for Fallout, and what things they liked and stuff, and things they didn't. Not sure about that one, Gray. Maximum in general, I'm not opposed to. Not sure what the second bit means. I've just decided what I'm going for on this one, though. That's right. Yeah. That works. It's a particularly aggressive shotgun in terms of how it deals with situations. I'm about to be here for the set of a big heavy gunfight. It's not automatic though, that's the thing. It's deliberately not automatic. Yeah. I don't know. Big gun. Blows up on impact. I've got one for now. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but I've come up with one. There we go. I don't know if I've got the right number of letters there off the top of my head now. Did I mention, not only is my handwriting shit, but so is my spelling. So I've gone with Angry Bastard. Yeah, I think we need to do that a little bit differently, don't we? It's the right idea, but it's not quite right. Get my spelling even remotely close. There we go, that looks better. It also has a little bit of a tie-in to Metro as well. Just a little bit, although that's a submachine gun, but still. And it's automatic, so, you know, not quite there, but still. Tie-in is there. Yeah. Right. Okay. New event active. I assume that's in here, so. Good weapon names are fun to come up with. Although on the spot is a little bit more challenging. Let's go with that. Let's get rid of those. Need that. Slight warming over the next few days. I'm happy about that. Right. If the weather's going to warm up over the next couple of days, that's fine. They're off moving around and about, so I'm sure she'll be happy to not be quite so cold. And not that she gets cold, generally speaking, relatively anyway. She tends to be toasty.
Yeah, so long as you're carrying it.
So I'm going to find, I don't know what to expect in here, but there's an open door there. And there's a lift there. Okay. New England Technocrat Society. Okay. Well, that was not quite where I was meant to be going, but hey, door number one and all that.
See a thing.
It is kind of dingy, yeah. Don't necessarily need large numbers of top hats, but you know. Okay, so this is where I need to be, unfortunately, because I've got some mods on the affecting the UI. It ain't working. Can't open that. I can't open that because I haven't got a key. And what I don't know is if that computer is supposed to help me with that, or if I'm just in the wrong place, or I'm in here too early. Guess we'll see how it goes. How in the ever-loving shit am I over-encumbered? Already. I feel like something somewhere is weighing me down that shouldn't be. Shouldn't have that on me, really. That's not helpful. Hmm.
Yo, psst.
That's at least some of it. Maybe I shouldn't be carrying quite so much 5.56. It is in a single shot mode, so let's put it down at... there. That's probably reasonable. And so is that. So again, I probably don't need quite so much of that. It does help quite a bit. I'll do for now. The elevator going up. At least I assume it's going up. Yep, sounds like. Something's tickling my hand. There's a hair that I can't quite see. Oh, I did not mean to go outside. Okay. Medic's tire hands, he named it Tune-Up. Works. I mean, hey, we're here, so see what we got.
Hey.
There we are. I'm not quite happy with the reflex sight though. So I'll probably look at upgrading that later.
Oh man, come back. I was having fun.
You just told me to fuck off. There's another set of doors there, but they don't go anywhere. Okay. There you are, you bugger. Tiny little cat hair stuck in my sleeve that was tickling the back of my hand. Just about to see where the sub is out there, but you can't see the sub itself. Spectacle Island isn't it over there? Yeah. I sent the camera out using the photo mode mod. Take a picture of the submarine, by the way. Just beyond the submarine, the game world ends, so I ended up outside of it and everything vanished. And I couldn't get it to go back, so I had to cancel it. Well, this is weird.
Well, ain't that a blast from the past?
That's one word for it, buddy.
Hey.
Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to advance the Halloween quest line because of the mods I have on. So that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping to make some headway on that, but I can't read the terminal, so... Unfortunately, we seem to be a bit knackered.
Hey, you still there? Can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, I can't read that terminal, and these doors don't open without a key, which may or may not be the terminal. Or the terminal may tell me where to find the key. But I don't know because I can't read it because I've got a model. Well, that's interesting. This is clearly where I need to be. It's not helping much, though. Yes, key to the main door's in here. This door opens with a key that I don't know where it is. And if I have to do any reading to advance the quest, I can't do that either. Right, let's try something that may or may not work. What was it called? Hallows Eve or something like that, wasn't it? Yes. Right. Let's see if the wiki has enough information to get me through it. Okay. Hmm. I'm just having a look at the wiki to see if it's going to tell me how to get through those doors, but it doesn't seem to. is kind of going to lose a whole lot of it off if I can't read anything. Yeah, well, let's try one thing. I don't suppose it's going to work, but we'll give it a go anyway. So, the All Halloweens Eve Halloween workshop pack, because I have a mod on, I can't actually read any of the terminals. You're also supposed to be able to get through these doors with the key.
Would need the key.
But I don't have the key. And I can't find the key.
Don't have the key.
Not sure if it's the terminal that does that. I don't think it is. But yeah, the hint as to where the heck to find the key. There is a hint. I don't know, man. Maybe it's out there. Yeah. I'd have to take my mod off, which would involve a lot of screwing around. Which I could do, but not right now, really. I'd have to come out the game and mess around with... Well, I might be able to do it through Creations menu, but I'd also... There's a good chance I'd have to mess around with Vortex and stuff. I don't really much fancy doing that. I have no idea what would happen if I use console commands. I don't even know what the console command was. I think the quest triggers on walking into the room, because it said something about being attacked when you get in there. There's also a whole lot of stuff attached to an AI and stuff, and I feel like without being able to read what's going on, I'm not going to get much out of it. Set the door on the console and type unlock. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's try that. I don't think it's going to end well, but...
Who killed the lights? Feel like a walking target out here.
I don't know what the triggers are, but the place is supposed to... The doors are supposed to shut, and then it starts filling up with gas, and you're supposed to die in something. And then you're supposed to get attacked by ghouls as well. I'm not seeing any signs of keys either up here. The ghouls have not become active either, presumably because whatever the trigger is. Oh, you meant the side door, not the main one. Yeah. Not a bad idea. There's ghouls under there as well. We can try that.
Don't have the key.
Hey, you still there? Can't see a damn thing.
This seems relevant to the quest. Not sure where the key for this room's supposed to be either, because nothing to hint about it on the terminal. Radio. Okay, so that's what I didn't do. Okay, let's try that and see if that's what I've effed up on. Or if I can solve the problem circumvent some of the problems by doing that. This is one of the issues with me never having the fucking radio on. I never think to listen to the mysterious signal, which is presumably that one. It might update in a minute.
I can barely see a thing.
Don't know what that one is. Radio Freedom. I don't know what the deal with that is either, but I assume this is like something to do with the Enclave. Turn the radio sound out all the way down. Do I? No, I don't. My one concern with doing something like that, though, Andrew, is I might find myself in the middle of the quest. Well, depends where that sends me, I suppose. I mean, I've saved it, so I might as well try, hadn't I? Right. Skip the first bit. Okay. Very careful to make sure I got that right. Let's see what happens. These ones, no, these are all unrelated things, I think, aren't they? I'm pretty sure it's that one, because... Yeah. Also, yeah, no, that hasn't helped. It hasn't opened up the quest at all. I think the other ones are related to completed quests, though, already. Nope, no dice. Oh well, that's a bit sad. I'll reload it. Just to make sure. We go back to before I started faffing around. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to leave it, Andrew. I'm just kind of flying blind and I don't know enough about the quest to want to mess around with it. It's a nice to have, but even if I get in there, I might not be able to progress without being able to read anything anyway. As looking at what I saw on the my brief scan of the wiki, it looks like the kind of thing where I'm going to need to be able to read the items and the notes in there in order to be able to get out of the situation I'm going to find myself in. And if I can't read anything...
Oh, it's on! Where'd you...
Missed.
I thought we were getting along.
Try listening to it out here. I don't know if that'll make any difference, but we'll try. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason it's saying lookup failed is because I've got mods changing the UI. We've encountered this issue with other creations before. Kind of sucks, but the way it goes. But we're to explore the combat zone. Get Kate out of there. Then what? I'd have to send her somewhere. And I haven't really got anywhere I'd want to send her. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to hire McCready either. That unfortunately won't end. I mean, it might end if I go and talk to the drinking buddy in Red Rocket. That's that. That's later. That's going to sit there. That I would like to do, but it's a bit of a nightmare. That I'm not bothered about. I wouldn't mind doing that, actually. We'll probably do that when we come back after playing Starfield. So, I need to set up that thing up there. I'm going to head to Pittman Gallery and see if I can find a way up, presumably onto top of some tall building there somewhere. Or possibly on top of the freeway, or both. Got a mod walking it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure it's that the mod that changes the dialogue UI. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but you know, it's what it is. It's not that big a deal. Oh! I have a what? A failed to listen quest. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Feline. So it's obviously up there. Right, okay. Right, okay, I get it. I get it. I figured it out. We couldn't do earlier, apparently, for some weird reason. I'll say I figured it out. I hit the slight snag of the fact that I need to get up there. The way up there is blocked. Well, I can't get up to this level. That's problematic. The question is there another way? Okay, on the Scottish Sergeant's absence. Yes, exactly. Somebody must shoulder this heavy burden. Another duck. I don't know what's going on here, but very, very much on the suboptimal side. There doesn't seem to be a way into this building in order to get up there any other way. Need to get up there. We can't, because the ramp that should be here isn't here. Which makes me think I'm missing something. Or maybe I need to go back and shoot Tinker Tom in the bollocks. Yeah, I don't think there is an alternative way up there. If we go through the main building... Yeah, but there's no way into this building. There is no door. Unless... Ah! The door there. Found it. A good idea. It's time to break out my new shotgun.
We'll be taking that.
You better fucking hope not.
When you turn up, you're dead.
Well, fuck. I think we can say that went wrong.
Someone there?
Shotgun's kind of hard to aim with.
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
Harder than I anticipated, anyway. Cool. There are in fact two ways out. Yep, missile to the face. Not exactly an optimal outcome.
Spread out, find him.
I believe I got decapitated again. came from a different direction that time, so I don't even know where they are.
Beg. It's just you or me. Nothing personal. Nice clean.
Right.
We'll be taking.
Apparently the solution is stop trying to be clever.
Oh, hell no!
Someone's coming.
Motherfucking... The fucking sneaky one is the one with the bloody missile launcher.
Thank you.
We'll be taking that.
Bastards. That's who's using a missile launcher indoors. Utter bastards.
I'll find you.
Oh, I know you're here. I'll find you.
Gotcha that time, bitch. Night vision quad barrel missile launcher. Yeah, no wonder I got fucked. And while we're on the subject, you're doing your head in. Yeah, in more ways than one. Oh well. No, a dead bastard. Mary Daniels, King Henry VIII's wife's journal is a big book of tactics. Yeah, it's not really the play, is it? We'll just stand it, presumably sitting on that bench, hiding around the corner, just waiting to come out and fuck me up. You know, I saw a mod on the creations pages the other day, anyway. And I was looking around, and it was talking about randomizing enemy locations. Seemed like a good idea, and then I walk in here and I'm like, you know what, maybe randomizing those locations is not the best idea.
End of the line. Hell yeah!
Please don't have a missile launcher.
Got it.
Situation normal. Law and in reach to approach.
We'll snoop 'em out. Your funeral. Won't be bothering
Dog meat just got rather lasered in the butt. Quite thoroughly lasered in the butt, I think. Bad date, dog meat. Somebody came in here and went, oh, I wonder what happens if I tinker with this terminal. Protectron activated. That's not good. Pew pew. Life terminated.
Yes.
After that turn of events, I need a little paracetamol. That should solve the problem, right? The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. Door to the roof. Accessed via hole in wall. Brotherhood are losing a lot of folks while they're buzzing around town in vertebrates. They might have a bit more luck patrolling on foot. Holy motherfucking shitballs. That went better for me than it did for him. So I'd like to reload that. I'm gonna, yeah, maybe not. Quantum Deathclaw. Hey, there's another one there. Bye. There's some goodies down here.
There's something out there.
This is an effective gun at certain things.
Anything I can lug for you?
Hey.
Can lug these nuts. Lug nuts.
What I can do?
I wonder where that might go. Down, I guess, but we'll go there later. It will take it out in 2 hits, yeah. Well, it would have taken me out in 1, so does seem rather fair enough, I think.
Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search. Your attempt.
Well, I went just fine when I actually hit the target. Don't want the molly, but I'll take the assault rifle. Right. That was in no way worth it. Quantum Deathclaw surprise, yes indeed. Cheers, Philo. Biggest surprise being how quickly it died. Is there anything good in here? Some more bobby pins. After I sold a bunch of procedures to just promptly start breaking them.
Sweet.
Mostly a load of crap. Oh. Is anything good on any of the other floors? Well, I can't go through from here. Can I get back up? I don't know if there's anything good there because I'm nowhere fast. I feel like dropping down there is a clever idea either. Now, I'm not saying I screwed up, but it's conceivable I may have made a mistake. There's trouble occurring out there. Not sure who was shooting who from where, but okay. Alrighty then. Let's go and kick Tink Tom in the gonads, and then we'll probably call it a day.
Carrington wants a word.
Carrington and railroad agent, whoever, are clearly quite close.
Hey there.
Neil is transmitting loads of information. At first glance, the atmosphere appears normal, but I'm going to dive deep into the data. I already lined up another place to stash one of my babies, if you got the time.
Not another one. Didn't want another one. Well, I'm not fucking doing that, to tell you that much. Not be having that. We'll figure out what we're going to do tomorrow now. I'm actually short on ideas. I could do a few more railroad quests, maybe. Maybe. Where are me boys? Hey. Dog mate.
There's still someone alive under all that gear?
Funny fucker, aren't you? Alright, then. I got my plasma grenades in here. I did not, did I? Okay. Fine. Might switch to plasma grenades over frag grenades. Maybe not. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. You know what? I think I'm going to take that out. A lot of 45 ammo that I'm probably not going to use. Not as much the other stuff, though, as I would have liked. Plasma cartridge and air I have, yes, excellent. You don't need that much of that. Any? You know, I'm going to stash all of this. I'll just take out what I want. 308. Let's just take out about a couple of hundred of those. That's my sniper. 556. Let's take out 250 of those because I'll be using a bit more. Yeah, 300. Shotgun shells again. 250 for now. It's fine. And what do I want to sell? There's actually quite a lot I would like to sell there. I'm probably not going to do it right now. All over to Carla and sell some bits. Always DLC. Well, I've only got one stream, Andrew, so I don't really want to start DLC at this point.
Yeah,
Hey, Carla.
you again. Here to trade?
I don't want to start anything I can't finish, really, tomorrow.
Let's see what you have.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
Went better than I thought, but... They're playing those streams, eh? 81. Is that the Vault-Tec one? It's a possibility. It'd be like that. The one stream, actually. Yeah. Don't know why that never sticks in my head. Well, rarely sticks in my head. Hmm. Cool. I feel like something is unjustly taking up a large amount of my carry weight, but maybe it's not. Don't need that. Need a bunch of stuff to sell at some point. What can I do right now? Oh, when we find Curie. No, that's a good shout, Jazz. Actually, yeah. That's a really good shout. Yeah. 81's a nice one. 88's... I get why everything's numbered, but bloody hell. Yeah, that's a really good shout, actually. So I might stick a marker on that. I don't know if there's anything else that I was thinking of in the back of my mind there. Maybe some railroad stuff if I have time, which I'm not that bothered about. Maybe. I shall have to look into that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea at all, actually, Jazz. I haven't done that one on this run, have I? Come on, there we go. Yeah, there's a couple more things I need to do. My list is getting ever longer. I feel like that Halloween pack would have been nice to get my hands on, but now screwing around with the mods more than I think I really want to do. Seems unlikely to occur. Excuse me. I should have a look through the walkthrough. I'll see if there's any quests that leap out at me from in there that I haven't done. Because it might be worth a gander. Yeah, that was alright. Kind of wish the submarine was a bit longer, but yeah, if it's remnants of cut content, the bit that didn't get cut and left a bunch in, and was reworked and stuff, I can kind of see why it wasn't. It's a bit underdone, that, I think. There's some potential there that they didn't tap into. What suits having numbers on the back? Definitely one of those. Did nobody else with why questions? Makes sense if Fallout 1 2. Continuing with the Master Vault watching the others. Makes it easy to tell who you're watching, but it doesn't make sense from the point of view of actual Vault dwellers. They all have the same number and they aren't interacting with the outside world, so it's weird that nobody knows why. Yeah, definitely. Maybe somebody did ask why and we just don't know who it was. Everybody wishes the submarine was a bit longer. Well, this is very true, yeah. Long, hard, and full of something. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have a look at that, the book in a bit and see if there's anything else other than 81 and Curie to have a look at. Or thumb. Yeah. We'll see how we get on there. But we've just got that one session. Oh, fuck's sake. I keep elbowing my bloody mic arm today. Sorry about that. Anybody who's got headphones on? Yeah. Have a look at that stuff. We'll see how we get on with that one stream. Cause Tuesday is Starfield, and I've got so much work to do between now and then. I'm going to have to knuckle under. We will have the video on that little addition to my Kiko Companion collecting. The ones I don't have, I don't really want at the moment. At least not now, anyway. Yeah, my video is going up tomorrow on the little camper area I put in, and the generator shack. That's the one. So that should be tomorrow afternoon, I think. Yeah, the companions I haven't picked up yet that I can think of off the top of my head are Strong, Fury, Hancock, McCready, and Kate. So Strong I don't particularly want, because he's just kind of annoying. I never travel with him anyway. Kate is kind of the same situation, really. I don't particularly want them hanging around Sanctuary. I haven't really got anywhere else to send them either at the moment, really. Curie, yeah, sure, I could probably send her somewhere. I don't know. I might stash her in Red Rocket or something. I mean, I could shove them all in Red Rocket and just deal with it later, but then I'll have to deal with it later. McCready I'm not too bothered about. Hancock I was thinking about going and picking up and travelling with him, so we might do that. And I want to send Piper back to Diamond City, actually. So, because she's currently farming in Sanctuary, and I don't like having her there doing that. It does mean I'll lose the rested buff, but not too bothered on that, to be honest. Robot collecting stream. I've got the drinking buddy already. He's at Red Rocket. Because I haven't decided where he's going yet either. But yeah, I've done that one. That I racked up the Red Grave creation guy. Fair enough. I haven't played that one. I've seen a few comments recently with people talking about Watchtower and stuff as well, which King Gath, I think, just posted a YouTube video yesterday, day before, something like that, basically saying, yeah, this is gone break, and it'll need extensive updating, which they won't be able to do until they've had the time to play through the new content to see how they interact, especially Terran Armada. So, yeah. That was quite interesting, but yeah, I've heard a few people talking about that one. So, but yeah, that kind of creations I've never actually dived into. Maybe one day eventually, but not at the moment. I have to wait for them to be fixed anyway and adjusted and updated. Ooh, crikey. Yes, I have done Greyguard and Andrew. Have you been up to see Greyguard and yet the whole place is run by robots? Yes, I have indeed. It was one of the... I actually did it quite early. Because I knew it would have large amounts of food, and I needed a large amount of food put into my settlement network promptly. So, yeah, I grabbed it quite quickly to top up the amount of food going into the supply lines. So, yeah, did that one. Finish Watchtower. It's a good one, that one, is it? Yeah, and a lot of people do seem to like Watchtower. Like I say, not sure how I feel about the idea, but... especially with the Terran Armada on the horizon, coming around next week, it'll be one to see how they update it and see how it fits in with the new content, and they'll have to adjust it. In all likelihood, they'll have to absolutely overhaul it in a big way. So, varmint rifle. Don't know anything about that really, but I'm not that interested in the varmint rifle. Yeah, I'll have a thumb through and we'll see what's going on. Besides, our luck with quest creations at the minute has not been great because of the UI mod I've got on. I think I've even got that one installed at the moment. There was something I wanted to look at. I'll see whether or not I had it installed though, wasn't there? Oh, it might have been the Halloween one, and then we decided I did it. Probably. Yeah. Anyway, a few things to look at. So, I'm going to chill for it. Probably play an annoying dungeon near Cambridge Pharma Labs. Yeah, it seems like it might be overrated then. An annoying dungeon to get a varmint rifle seems like, unless it's way better anyway than it was in New Vegas, seems like something I wouldn't want to do. I haven't been to Cambridge Polymer Labs, incidentally, but I'll have a thumb through. Yeah, I think we're going to chill out, do a little bit of Starfield and press on, because I've got some main questing to do. I think that's my next major thing, make big headway in the main quest before I think about going sideways. So I've done all the side quests in Neon, New Atlantis, and Aquila City now. So it's just like Crimson Fleet and a few other bits and pieces off the side. The Crimson Fleet's the big side quest thing, but I think there might be some other stuff as well. Oh yeah, a couple of companion quests and stuff like that. But I'm going to focus on... I might do some companion quests. Focus on the main story. Ryujin, that's the other one I haven't done. Always forget about Ryujin for some reason. But yeah, I've got to do that too. But they're going to get kicked way down the priority list, and I'm going to make sure the... yeah, some of the side quests like that are quite good. But... yeah, I've got to be ready to go through the Unity by Tuesday. So, yeah, if I don't get down there, then if I don't get that stuff done anyway, I can do it in the next reality anyway in New Game Plus. So that's fine. But I do want to be ready for the update. So. And if I get far enough through and get ready to start approaching the Unity in time, I can go back and do some side questing and stuff before Tuesday, can't I? See how the weekend goes. Yeah, lots of drifting through rings for the next few days. Fair bit, yeah. I don't actually find that as annoying as a lot of people do. Which reminds me, one of the other things that I don't find as annoying as other people apparently is ladders on spaceships. Now, people, it's fucking ironic. Bethesda finally get ladders working in one of their games and put them into Starfield, and everybody's immediately like, I don't like it, I want to build my ship without ladders. It's like, you fucking assholes. Saying for fucking years, I take the piss out of them for years for not having ladders work. The minute it's in the game, don't want ladders. Gamers, man. But yeah, that doesn't bother me either. I'm okay with ladders in my spaceship, as long as it's not ridiculous and it's like, you know, every 3 feet you've got to climb another ladder. But you know, 1 or 2 major ladders through your spaceship, I'm kind of okay with. Companion stuff, I don't really have too much trouble with my companions getting in the way of them. Occasionally, I've had more problem with them getting in the way of the hatch into the bridge, because I've got the Star Eagle at the minute. They've only lightly modified, so like the inside layout is basically the same. There's a couple of adjustments I've made to it, but they're very minor. So yeah, that I'm running around in there, but the doors to the bridge, that massive Stroud Eklund cockpit, which I really don't like, that's where I tend to have issues with them getting stuck. But not really anywhere else. Yeah, I do quite like the lighting inside the Stroud Eklund. Some of the lighting inside, I should say. In the Stroud Bridge, it's good. The cockpits, rather. The bridges, I don't like at all. Don't like the Stroud Bridges at all. Don't like any of the Tayo stuff, really. Almost any of the Tayo stuff. Very little of that I like. I've got the Tayo Captain's Quarters on there because it's the same as the Hope Tech one, but better illuminated, and it matches the rest of the ship better. Otherwise, I'd have the Hope Tech one, which I like. For fully custom stuff, I usually go for Hope Tech Habs because I like the dark submarine vibe that it has. So, yeah, I usually go that way. Falling several stories down ladders can be annoying, but then you've got boost packs, so just boost. It's fine. And yeah, if you don't want to climb a ladder, just boost pack into the next floor. It's fine. Really not a problem. Although Cora has been tossing my cushions out of my captain's quarters down the ladder, which is a bit annoying because the captain's quarters is right at the top of the Star Eagle, and it's one ladder that goes all the way through to the bottom floor where the exit to the landing bay is. So, ow. So yeah, she's just tossed like 2 or 3 cushions out of my captain's quarters. They've gone all the way down to the bottom of the ship, and I'm just like, fuck's sake. Getting those back up to the top is going to be impossible unless I modify the ship, so I'm a bit annoyed by that. But yeah, the ladders themselves don't bother me. Manually add doors and connections. Apparently, there are ways to make that much more reliable without having to mod as well. You kind of have to know how to put stuff together and basically say, I want the door here, so I'm going to deliberately connect most of the next tab to this point and select the connection point and then do it that way, rather than just free building and moving it into place. Otherwise, it just kind of guesses. But even that's not 100%, so yeah. But it might be that you can manually add doors and stuff. They might have put that in there. That would be a big community request, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. A whole bunch of different designs and habs and stuff, and new ship stuff is cool, and a whole load of stuff with more internal staircases so you don't have to deal with the ladders are coming if you want to go down that road. But yeah, I really like going with that kind of submarine vibe from Hope Tech, so we'll see how much of the new stuff I end up using. Get lazy and end up using the New Game 10 Plus Starborn ship. Yeah, I've never got that far through the New Game Pluses though. I've got briefly into one of them. I had a quick poke around, but that was about as far as I went. And I don't think it was a particularly interesting one anyway. Dragonfire. I think I might know which ship that one is. I'm trying to remember. But yeah. 2-story bridge, yeah. Actually have internal walls and doors. Yeah, more control over that. There's some amazing mods, actually. I mean, at least I assume there are, because I've seen some amazing builds that use mods. I don't know what mods they're using, because they never bloody list them on Reddit. But I do want to have a poke around and see what building mods are out there that I might want to have a look at. Something else I need to do over the weekend if I get the time. And I also want to... I know there's a technique, I think, for building on points of interest, because I found a really cool point of interest I want to try and build on, but I don't think I'll have time to do anything with it anyway, but I might research that. I keep hitting it. This is why I switched to a boom mic, because I keep twitting the fuck out my microphone. I'll move it over there. Will that help? Out the way this way a little bit. Maybe I won't hit it quite so much. I don't know. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. Have a good night, Feline. Anyway, that's Tuesday, and I've really only got a few days to do a lot in, so I don't suppose I'll get a lot of side questing done. I'm also toying with the idea of going out for a few hours on Saturday night. I don't know. I should stay in and play Starfield. That'd be the smart thing to do. But I also don't get out the house often enough, so I might just get out of the fucking house for a bit, you know? We'll see how we do. Anyway, there's a kitty cat down here. Seems to want something. Probably attention. Most likely food. Usually does. So, yeah, I'm going to chill for a bit. Have a brownie, probably. Get a drink and potter on a bit with some Starfield. So, thank you for hanging out. We've had a good one. Got a four-day Easter weekend. Yeah, you don't really get such things when you're self-employed there, Andrew. You get the knuckle under is what you get. Or, you know, don't get paid. That's the other alternative. Yeah, speaking of, as I say, video up tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one on the YouTube. As always, links underneath the stream and on the panels and stuff like that if you want links to YouTube and socials and stuff. If you haven't dropped a follow and you would like to, always appreciate it. Everyone I socialise with does. Yeah, that is true as well, Andrew. Actually, my other half is going away for 3 days. 4 days, 3 days. 3 nights. He's going to a convention and doing the whole convention thing this weekend, but it's not my thing, so yeah. Kind of got the house to just me and the cat for a few days. Ain't we, Speedy? Yeah. It's been weird under my desk now. What are you doing down there, you little troublemaker? You sit there, you're going to get kicked when my feet come out. Mind you, you'll run away before that happens. Restaurants and cafes have holiday surcharges. And when I was working in the hospitality industry, I'd have been entirely in favour of that, because having your employer and so on treats bank holidays and holidays and stuff like that as a normal working day and saying, no, you don't get overtime, no, you don't get anything extra at all, you're just expected to work as if it's, you know, normal Monday, was the high, well, I don't know about the height, but it was well up there with dick moves, and I fucking hated that thing. So, hated that aspect of being in hospitality. Did my time. Used to enjoy it for a while. Don't think I'd go back. But definitely won't. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. I'm going to bugger off now. Have a good rest of your evening. We'll do some more bits and pieces tomorrow. Probably go and find Curie and maybe something else. We'll see. We'll wing it. And yeah, should be good fun. Well, until then, have a good day. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And yeah, we'll be back around about 8-ish. I would think. I don't have anything restraining my timing tomorrow, so maybe I'll be on time. Mind you, I've said that 2 or 3 times this week and it hasn't fucking happened yet, has it? Yeah, sometime just after 8. Have a good one, folks. Thank you all for hanging out. I do appreciate you. Look after yourselves. See you tomorrow. Night.